Welcome friends to my channel StatInfy, where we have started a lecture series on sample survey. This is the 11th part of the series, and in this part we shall discuss about two-stage sampling. Okay, so in the previous part we have already discussed about cluster sampling, and in case of cluster sampling we have seen that there are three parts. First one is one-stage sampling, then two-stage sampling, and then multi-stage sampling. Okay, and again the two-stage sampling is divided into two parts. First one is simple cluster sampling, then probability proportional to size sampling. Okay, so in the previous part we have discussed in detail about cluster sampling and one-stage sampling. Okay, and in this part we will talk about two-stage sampling and simple cluster sampling. Okay, and in the next part we will discuss about probability proportional to size sampling. Okay, so from the word two-stage sampling you can get the idea that there are two stages in this sampling procedure. Okay, so two-stage sampling consists of two stages. First one is first stage unit, then second stage unit. Okay, and the first stage unit is known as primary sampling unit, and the second stage unit is also known as secondary sampling unit. Okay, so two-stage sampling is a special case of cluster sampling. Okay, that means whatever concept we have discussed in case of cluster sampling, all these things will be required here also to understand the process of two-stage sampling. Okay, so in case of two-stage sampling, you'll see that we use both the concept of one-stage sampling as well as stratified random sampling. Okay, and it should be very clear to you at the end of the video. Okay, so let's understand the technique of two-stage sampling with the help of this picture. Okay, so suppose for example this is our population, and this population is divided into different clusters. Okay, and you know that clusters are made in the population in such a way that each of the cluster contains almost all the characteristic of the population within it. Okay, this is one of the principle of the cluster sampling. That means we have to take care of this fact when we divide the population into different clusters. Okay, so all these things we have already discussed in very detail in our previous part. Okay, so suppose for example this is our population, and this population is divided into different clusters. Okay, and how many clusters are there? There are 10 clusters. We have discussed the same example just like the previous one. Okay, so in this example you can see that all the clusters are made of capital M units. Okay, that means the size of the population in each of the cluster is equal to M. Okay, and how many clusters are there? There are 10 clusters. That means the value of capital M is 10. Okay, because capital N is the total number of clusters. Okay, so capital NM will be what? Capital NM will be our total number of units present in the population. Okay, so this is about our population. Now we use the process of two-stage sampling to draw sample from this population. Okay, so just like in one-stage sampling, we draw some of the clusters randomly from the population. Okay, and this is known as our primary sampling unit. Okay, that means in case of primary sampling unit, we just draw some of the clusters randomly from the population. Okay, and which you have done in case of one-stage sampling also. So here also in case of primary sampling unit, we draw some of the clusters from the population by using the technique of simple random sampling. Okay, now suppose for example this is our population, and here the total number of cluster is equal to 10. Okay, and we want to draw 4 clusters out of this 10 cluster. Okay, by using the technique of simple random sampling. Okay, so suppose we get these clusters. Okay, now what we'll do? In case of one-stage sampling, we stop here. We just stop here. Okay, but in case of two-stage sampling, one more step is there. We again use the process of simple random sampling technique to draw sample from each of the selected cluster. Okay, and this unit are known as what? This unit are known as second stage unit, where this is known as first stage unit. Okay, so here instead of taking all the objects from the selected cluster, we take some of the objects from the selected clusters. Okay, we take small m objects from this capital M objects, okay, from this cluster, and then this small m objects from this capital M objects, okay, from this cluster, and so on. So this is the main concept of taking sample from the population by using the technique of two-stage sampling. Okay, so you can see that here we are using both the technique, one-stage sampling as well as stratified random sampling as a special case, isn't it? Because up to this primary sampling unit, what you do, up to this primary sampling unit, we have used the same process of one-stage sampling. Okay, whatever we do in one-stage sampling, we use the same thing up to this primary sampling unit. Okay, and just after this primary sampling unit, we take sample from each of the selected cluster by using the simple random sampling, which we have done in stratified random sampling. Okay, in case of stratified random sampling, what you do, from each of the strata we take our sample by using the simple random sampling. Okay, and here also from each of the selected cluster we take sample by using the technique of simple random sampling. That's why we can say that in case of two-stage sampling, we use partially both the technique of one-stage sampling as well as stratified random sampling. Okay, I think it's now clear to you. So in this example, you can see that all the clusters are made of same population size. Okay, that is M. But if the clusters are made of different population size, then what you will do? Okay, so we just take this example. So here the clusters are made of different size, and here also the total number of cluster is equal to 10, and we want to draw 4 cluster out of this 10 cluster. Okay, so here this Mi is what? This Mi is the number of sampling units in the ith cluster. Okay, M1 is the number of units present in the first cluster, M2 is the number of units present in the second cluster, and so on. And this capital M is nothing but the sum of all MIs. Okay, that means sum of all the objects of each of the clusters present in the population, and this will give us what? This will give us the total number of units present in the population. Okay, or it is our population size. Okay, so out of this 10 clusters we have to draw 4 clusters. Okay, so here also we use the technique of simple random sampling to draw 4 clusters from this population. Okay, and after drawing 4 clusters out of this population, we again use the process of sampling to take sample from each of the selected clusters. Okay, and this will be known as our primary sampling unit or first stage unit, and this will be known as our secondary sampling unit or second stage unit. Okay, so I have just written small m2, small m5, small m7 and m10 because we consider here 2, 5, 7 and 10 clusters are selected in our example. Okay, so now in case of same number of objects within each cluster, the question doesn't arise for the sample size for each of the selected cluster within our secondary sampling unit. Okay, we may take the same sample size for each of the selected clusters, as the clusters are also made of same size. Okay, but now the question arises when the clusters are of different size. In that case, how we will decide about our sample size in case of secondary sampling unit? Okay, so just for example, this is our population. Okay, and there is also 10 cluster. Okay, and suppose our population consists of 10,000 units. Okay, and you can see that our clusters are made of 1000 population, some of the clusters made of 1000 population, 1100 population, 800 population, 1200 population, like that. Okay, that means in that case, to decide about our sample size in case of secondary sampling unit is not a difficult task, because although the size of the clusters are not same, they are different from each other. Instead of that, they are not like that. Some of them are very large and some of them are very small. Okay, so in that case we can decide about our sample size for our secondary sampling unit. It is not a big issue. Okay, we can take the same sample size for each of the selected clusters, or you can use the different sample size based on the selected clusters. Okay, so up to this it is okay, but now in this case you can see that some of the clusters are made of 1900 units, some of the clusters are made of 3050 units, some of the clusters are made of only 20 units and only 50 units, like that. So in that case, to decide about our sample size for our secondary sampling unit is become a difficult task when in our primary sampling unit we get some of the cluster which are very large in size and some of the clusters which are very small in size. Okay, and up to this, if our clusters are made of same size or some are different from each other but they are approximately same, in that case whatever two-stage sampling we use to take sample from the population, this technique is also known as simple cluster sampling. Okay, but if in our population some of the clusters are very much large, some of the clusters are very much small, in that case we have to decide about our sample size for the secondary sampling unit based on some probability. Okay, or we have to select the clusters in case of primary sampling unit also by applying probability. Okay, so which we will discuss in detail in our next part. Okay, now two-stage sampling is also referred as double stage sampling. Okay, but it is not double sampling. Okay, there is a difference between double sampling and double stage sampling. Okay, double sampling is something else. In case of double sampling, whatever conclusion we get from the sample, if the conclusion is not acceptable or it is not acceptable to us, then we again do sampling to draw sample from the population. Okay, and again we draw conclusion based on our new sample. So this is double sampling. Okay, double sampling and double stage sampling both are different thing. In case of two stage sampling, what are you doing? We take some of the cluster by using the technique of simple random sampling, and then after getting the clusters we don't consider all the units of the selected cluster as our sample. Okay, instead of that we again use the technique of simple random sampling to take samples from each of the selected clusters. Okay, and this will decide about our sample size for our study. Okay, so why we do so? Because it may happen that clusters are very large in size. Okay, so collecting information from each and every objects of the selected clusters are become very costlier and time consuming. Okay, so just to minimize our cost and time, we prefer to take some samples from the selected clusters. It will reduce our cost as well as time of the survey. Okay, and since this is one of the principle of cluster sampling, that we have to divide the cluster in such a way that each and every characteristic of the population should present within the clusters. Then if we divide the cluster based on this principle, then taking sample from the selected cluster is not a bad choice. Okay, so to save our time as well as cost of the survey, two-stage sampling is a preferred choice in place of one-stage sampling. Okay, now just let's see if small mi is equal to capital Mi. So what is mi? Small mi? Small mi is the sample size in the secondary sampling unit. Okay, and capital Mi is what? Capital Mi is our cluster size of the unit in our cluster in the population. Okay, so if this Mi and capital Mi are same, it means what? In case of secondary sampling unit, all the objects are selected. Okay, so if it is so, then that two-stage sampling reduces to cluster sampling. It's very clear to you now. And again, if Small n is what? Small n is the number of sampled cluster. Okay, and capital N is what? Capital N is the total number of clusters present in the population. Okay, it means what? If in case of primary sampling unit, if all the clusters are selected, then this two-stage sampling reduces to what? Stratified random sampling. Okay, so you can see from this example. Okay, there are 10 clusters. Okay, and suppose for example all the clusters are selected in case of primary sampling unit. Okay, and after selecting all the clusters in primary sampling unit, what you do for secondary sampling unit? We take sample from each of the selected clusters, isn't it? So if we take samples from each of the selected clusters, then this two-stage sampling reduced to stratified random sampling. Okay, so this is the main concept of two-stage sampling. Okay, so I hope all these things, what is primary sampling unit, what is secondary sampling unit, and how the one-stage sampling and stratified random sampling are special cases of two-stage samplings, all these things are clear to you. Okay, and if it is so, then please like, share and subscribe my channel, and please watch my video, comment on my video and like my video. Okay, and please share my videos also. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you.